Fade in. Extension quiet neighborhood street, day. A serene suburban street. Houses lined up neatly, kids playing in yards. Logan, mid-30s, rugged from night shifts as an EMT, walks home from his car. He's in uniform, looking tired but content. Suddenly, the neighbor's little boy, 5 years old, tugs at Logan's sleeve urgently, eyes wide like he's seen a ghost. Neighbor's little boy, whispering, "Your wife had a man in the house last night. He told me not to tell, but I'm telling you." Logan's body goes rigid, a chill running through him. He works night shifts, leaving at 10 p.m. His wife stays home alone in this quiet neighborhood where everyone knows everyone, and nothing is ever out of place. But this 5-year-old has just uttered the one sentence no married man ever wants to hear. The boy points at Logan's house. Neighbor's little boy. He went inside when you drove away. Logan doesn't ask anything else. He can't. The world feels tilted, wrong, blurry around the edges. Cut to Int. Logan's house. That night, Logan pretends to prepare for his shift. He kisses his wife goodbye at 10 p.m., gets in his car, and drives off. But instead, he circles a block, parks behind the old shed in the backyard, and sneaks inside the shed with the lights off. The wood creaks under his weight. His heart creaks louder. He waits in the darkness. At 10:17 p.m., the front door unlocks. Not her footsteps, heavier, confident. A man's voice drifts through the night air, low, familiar, like someone who's been here before. Someone comfortable. Logan holds his breath and peers through the narrow crack in the warped boards. His wife meets the man at the door, smiling, whispering. Her hands slide around his back in a way she hasn't touched Logan in months. The man kisses her like he's done it 100 times. Logan's fingertips dig into the wood until splinters break his skin. Wife, whispering. Don't worry, he leaves at 10 o'clock. We're safe. Logan's entire world tilts off its axis. This isn't an accident. This isn't a mistake. This is routine, and is about to find out just how deep the routine goes. They walk deeper into the house like it belongs to them. Int. Living room. Continuous. The lights dim. The curtains are already half-drawn. She's prepared the place. Prepared for him. The man takes off his shoes at the door, not nervously, but naturally, like he's done it many times before. The wife leads him to the couch, Logan's couch, the one they argued about for weeks before buying. She curls against him, laughing softly, her fingers tracing the collar of his jacket like it's muscle memory. Logan watches every second, every movement, every lie he's ever believed. She pours him a drink, whiskey from the bottle Logan kept for special nights. When the man wraps his arm around her, she leans in and whispers something Logan barely catches through the crack in the boards. Wife, whispering, just one more night. Tomorrow it's done. The man nods. Man, I'll be ready. Logan wonders, ready for what? He doesn't blink, doesn't flinch. He memorizes every detail, the man's face, his posture, his voice, the way he moves around Logan's home with quiet ownership. Then she does something that makes Logan's stomach twist. She reaches into the drawer by the TV and pulls out a small brown envelope. The man opens it. Inside is a folded document, crisp, new, signed. His grin widens as he reads it. Wife, whispering. Once is gone, everything transfers to me and then to us. Life insurance, house title, my pension, everything. Logan's pulse slows to a cold, steady rhythm. This isn't just betrayal. This is a blueprint, a plan she's built piece by piece on the nights he worked saving strangers' lives. The man kisses her again, longer, deeper. Wife, tomorrow night when he leaves, you come in through the back. Every muscle in Logan's body locks. They aren't cheating. They are scheduling his disappearance. Extension, backyard shed, later. Logan stays in that shed until his legs go numb, until the cold crawls through his clothes and into his bones, but nothing freezes him like their plans, spoken in whispers meant for no one else. The man leaves through the back door just after 11 p.m. The wife locks it behind him, turns off the lights, and walks upstairs with the same calm rhythm she uses every night Logan goes to work. Except tonight, Logan hasn't gone anywhere. He waits 20 minutes before slipping out of the shed. His hands are shaking, but his mind isn't. His mind is clearer than it has ever been. She isn't just planning a new life. She's planning the end of his. Int. Logan's house, moments later. Everything looks normal. Same smell, same framed photos, same kitchen she pretended to cook in for them. But now Logan knows what lives behind it. In the living room, the envelope she's given the man still sits in the drawer. Logan opens it carefully. It isn't just insurance papers. It's a timeline, dates, signatures, a schedule. Her handwriting on the margins. Night shift equals perfect window. Back door stays unlocked after 10 o'clock. No blood. His throat tightens. She has mapped out the night he's supposed to die. And the man in the jacket, he isn't random. He isn't new. He's someone Logan recognizes from the neighborhood. A quiet guy who jogs past their house every morning like he belongs to the street, not to Logan. Now he belongs to her. Upstairs, a floorboard creaks. She's moving. Logan shuts the drawer silently and stands in the dark, looking at the life he's lived like a blind man. He doesn't rage, doesn't cry, doesn't confront her because tomorrow night she expects him to leave for work at 10 o'clock. And he will, but not the way she thinks. If they plan to end his life tomorrow, he'll be the one watching, and he'll be ready. Cut to. Int. Logan's house, next morning. She acts like nothing is wrong. Kisses him on the cheek, pours his coffee. Wife, long night? Logan stares at the woman who has scheduled his death like at a dentist appointment. She doesn't notice. Monsters rarely see the people they're standing on. She leaves for work at 8:01 a.m. At 8:06, Logan is already dismantling the house from the inside out. First stop, the home security panel. He pulls the access logs. The man has been entering the house on average 3 nights a week for over 2 months. Always after 10 p.m., always through the back door, always after Logan went to work. Second stop, her laptop. She's forgotten to close her email. There are drafts, unsent, unaddressed, rehearsed messages for after he's gone. I can't believe he's really gone. It happened so fast. He must have surprised a burglar. She has her alibi written before the crime even happened. Logan forwards everything to a secure drive. Next, the garage. The man's footprints are still faintly visible, dusty impressions on the concrete near the back door. His gloves are hidden behind the paint buckets. The crowbar tucked behind the toolkit is wiped clean except for one tiny smear on the handle. Logan takes photos of everything. Proof. Every step they've taken, every mistake they've made. Extension. Private consulting office, noon. Logan meets with a retired homicide detective, mid-50s, grizzled, who owes him a favor. Now working private consulting. Logan shows him everything. The detective doesn't interrupt once. When Logan finishes, the detective exhales sharply. Detective, Logan, if you go to work tomorrow night, you won't come home. Logan nods. Logan, I know. The detective leans forward. Detective, so what's your plan? Logan tells him. The detective goes silent. Detective, if you do this right, you walk away clean. If you do it wrong, they walk away. Logan doesn't hesitate. Logan, they won't walk away because tomorrow night isn't theirs anymore. It's mine. Int. Logan's house, late afternoon. The detective helps Logan prepare everything. Not with violence, not with traps, with documentation. Because if tomorrow night goes the way they planned, only one person would end up in handcuffs. Logan. And he isn't giving them that kind of ending. By late afternoon, every file, every message, every timestamp, every stolen moment between them is backed up in 3 places: a secure drive, his lawyer's server, and a timed email scheduled for midnight. If Logan doesn't stop it, the evidence will go out automatically. Logan returns home before she does, sets the house exactly as she expects. Dinner on the counter, lights low, uniform laid out for his night shift. She arrives at 6:12 p.m., humming, kisses him. He doesn't move. She doesn't even notice. At 9:40 p.m., she begins her ritual, fake concern, warm hugs, long kisses meant to pull his guard down. All rehearsed, all lies. At 9:58 p.m., she walks him to the door. Wife, whispering, be safe tonight. Logan studies her face, the softness, the care, the rehearsed pain she plans to wear tomorrow. Logan, I'll be careful. He steps outside, closes the door, walks down the driveway until his car disappears from her view. Then he turns around because tonight he isn't going to work. Tonight, he's going to survive. He moves around the side of the house, staying low, staying quiet, and slips into the shed, the same place he learned the truth. At 10:06 p.m., the back door unlocks. She lets the man in instantly. Their voices drift out, excited, rushed. Man, is he gone? Wife, yes. He left 2 minutes ago. Are you ready? She exhales. Wife, we finish it tonight. Logan grips the edge of the shed door, not in fear, in focus. Because in exactly 1 minute, the man will enter the house thinking Logan is gone forever. But tonight, the story isn't his, isn't Hayes. It's Logan's. Int. Logan's house continuous. They move through the house with purpose. Not lovers sneaking around. Conspirators. Man. Whispering. We do it exactly how we planned. No hesitation. She nods. Wife. He comes home at 7 in the morning. We make it look like a break-in. You hide in the hallway. I'll leave the back door unlocked. A break-in, a staged struggle, a dead husband, all for insurance money. The man who jogs a neighborhood, waves to kids, nods politely at Logan, is now walking through the kitchen holding gloves and a screwdriver wrapped in a towel. He isn't nervous. He's done this before. Logan's heart beats slowly, steadily, like it's sinking with something darker than fear. Clarity. Extension. Backyard shed. Continuous. From the shed, Logan calls a detective. Logan. Whispering. It's happening. Detective. VO. Stay hidden. Don't interrupt. Let me get my guy there. Logan. No. They need to be caught doing exactly what they planned. He ends a call, slips out the back of the shed, and moves to the side window where he has a perfect view into the hall. Int. Logan's house. Hallway. The man positions himself behind the entryway. She dims the lights. Every detail matches her notes. Then she pulls out her phone and begins typing a text, a message he plans to send after he kills Logan. Babe, I'm scared. I heard noises. Please come home. Fake panic, fake innocence, fake love. Everything about her is fiction. At 10:32 p.m., he rehearses the attack, standing exactly where he would strike, gripping the screwdriver like a blade. She runs her hands through her hair, messing it up. Wife, I need to look like I struggled. He grabs her wrist too tightly. Man, we should practice. She doesn't flinch. She likes it. And that's the moment Logan's breath leaves him because she has never looked at him the way she looks at the man. This isn't desperation. This isn't fear. This is devotion to the life they want after his ends. But they've overlooked one detail. Logan isn't gone. And the detective isn't alone. His entire response team is 2 minutes away. When they step through that back door, it won't be to save Logan. It will be to catch them in the act. Blue lights don't make a sound until they're close. And when they finally flash at the end of the street, the man doesn't notice. She doesn't either. They are too deep into their performance. He wipes surfaces with his sleeve. She arranges a broken vase near the doorway. Together, they rehearse the struggle they plan to sell to detectives the next morning. She even practices crying. Fake sobs, fake shaking hands, fake terror. Everything she once showed Logan in love now reduced to theater for a murder. The back door creaks. Not from him, not from her. From the shadow stepping inside behind them. A single voice cuts through the dark. Detective, don't move. 2 officers enter first, then a detective, then another pair. Guns drawn, flashlights blinding, voices sharp. Officer 1, hands where we can see them. The man spins around, stunned, dropping the towel-wrapped screwdriver onto the floor. She freezes completely. The actress finally out of script. Wife, stammering. What is this? The detective doesn't answer her. He turns to the man. Detective, Carson Hall, you are under investigation for conspiracy to commit homicide, attempted insurance fraud, and unlawful entry. The man's eyes widen. He turns to her. Carson Hol, you said he'd be gone. And then she screams the words that show her loyalty never belonged to him either. Wife, you said it would look like a robbery. You said it was safe. Every officer in the room goes still. The confession comes out of her without force, without interrogation, without pressure. Pure panic, pure guilt. They cuff him immediately. She tries to run, but they grab her wrist before she makes it 2 steps. "Wife, let me go. You don't understand." The detective cuts her off. "Detective, no, you don't understand. We've been watching you both all night." Her face drains. She looks around the room like it's suddenly unfamiliar. As they walk her past a window, her eyes find Logan in the dark outside. For the first time in months, she finally realizes he has never been the one who was blind. Extension Logan's house, driveway, continuous. They sit her in the back of the cruiser, handcuffed, mascara streaked, breathing hard like she's just woken up inside her own nightmare. The detective steps beside Logan. "Detective, quietly, you did the right thing." But Logan isn't thinking about justice. He's thinking about all the nights he walked out the door trusting a woman who waited for the sound of his car, leaving so she could let danger walk in. She sees him standing in the driveway as they close the door on her. Her face breaks. "Wife, Logan, please, I didn't mean." The door shuts before she can finish. Carson is already in another vehicle, screaming threats, excuses, lies, everything cowards say when a plan falls apart. But she goes silent. Guilt doesn't scream. It sinks. Int. Logan's house, later. Logan walks inside when the police clear it. It feels unfamiliar, like someone else has been living here. Someone who has memorized the floor plan for a reason he wasn't meant to survive. He sits on the couch, the same one where she curled up with Carson, and exhales for the first time in hours. It isn't relief, it's release. Her phone buzzes on the table. A message preview lights the screen. Policy beneficiary confirmation successful. The timestamp, 1 hour before she opened the door for him. Logan forwards it to the detective. More proof, more truth, more of the world she built collapsing on top of her. By morning, they are both charged: conspiracy, attempted murder, insurance fraud. The prosecutor tells him, "Prosecutor, this case is open and shut." They planned it too cleanly. Too cleanly. Except for one thing. They never planned for him to stay. Extension Logan's house, sunrise. As the sun rises, Logan packs a single suitcase and locks the door behind him. Not running, just choosing a life no longer haunted by the echo of betrayal. He didn't lose a wife. He escaped a predator. And he didn't survive by luck. He survived because he listened to a 5-year-old boy who saw the truth before he did. Fade out.